This is it. The season is beginning tonight. The wait is over. We've got 2026 season, the 50th season in team history.
They play 162 games, but there is only one opening day, and it's special if you're doing it for the first time or for the 26th time.
It just simply feels different, and a big reason why is because they are dropping that banner, the AL West Championship, but the fact they got so close to that first World Series, this team is on a mission. The expectations are through the roof, and it's going to be a fun start to the season.
Logan Gilbert and the Mariners in their home whites taking the field. Gilbert making his second straight opening day start. He was an all-star 2 years ago. He's one of the great homegrown stars of this era of Mariners baseball.
Here's Chase DeLauder. What a camp he had this spring.
And DeLauder, the sixth player in baseball history to make his major league debut in the postseason. That was in Game 2 of the wild card round.
He sends this one high in the air to deep right. Really back, track, wall, leaps, it is gone.
The family wasn't sure. They were waiting to see. Did the umpire raise that finger and circle it in the air? Yes, he did. 1-0 Cleveland.
Chase DeLauder with a solo home run in his first at-bat in 2026. How about that? Tanner Bybee makes his first ever opening day, or in this case, opening night start.
He was penciled in last year. He ended up getting food poisoning and ended up pitching the third game of the year and got himself a win.
The newcomer, Brendan Donovan, leads off.
Brendan, an all-star last year in the National League with St. Louis.
Donovan unloads right field. This is gone. Brendan Donovan, welcome to the Mariners. What a way to say hello.
Can you believe that? Right down the right field line, out by the Hit It Here Cafe. Yes, indeed. What an acquisition. Strikeout number 3 for Logan already. He fanned Ramirez and Manzardo for outs 2 and 3 in the first, and he gets Bo Naylor looking at strike 3 here in the top half of the second.
First-year Guardian Rhys Hoskins, last couple of years with the Brewers, longtime Philly before that.
Swung on, drilled to left down the line, fair ball into the corner. Dug out by Arozarena, and a stand-up double for Rhys Hoskins. So in his Cleveland debut, yanks one down the left field line. Been quite a night for debuts. Here's Daniel Schneemann in center field tonight.
Swing and a miss, and a splitter in the dirt for strike 3.
Yeah, the last 4 outs, all strikeouts for Cleveland hitters. And now Gabriel Arias with that runner in scoring position and 2 down in the second.
On the ground, Leo Rivas, a deep backhand on the bounce, and Naylor handles it over at first base. That double from Hoskins is left stranded.
How about Tanner Bybee? That's 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts.
Right now he's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches here in the bottom half of the second. 2 outs. And that'll bring up designated hitter Dom Canzone.
That second half just absolutely went off once he got a chance to play pretty much every day.
Canzone plugs this deep out to the gap. Right center field. Dom Canzone. An opening night bomb. And the Mariners have taken the lead.
Holy smokes, Dom Canzone in his first at-bat of the 2026 season. Out of here to right center field. 2-1 Mariners lead. What a first at-bat for Dom.
Got him looking. Change up, throws him at the dish. Bybee strikes out 3, but sandwiched in between a homer.
Gilbert climbing towards 50 pitches. He's at 42. Swung on and missed. A beauty of a splitter out of the zone. Rocchio goes chasing, already the 5th strikeout for Logan Gilbert.
Back to the top of the order, Stephen Kwan. Strike 3 call. Strikeout number 6 from Logan already. We have our first challenge tonight, and it was a strike. A disappointment on Kwan's face. This is hanging up there into short right field. Cole Young calls for it, and you talk about efficiency. The first 1, 2, 3 inning for Logan Gilbert.
Rhys Hoskins, the last Guardian to reach, at a 1-out double in the second inning.
And he swings and lines one left side on through into left field, a base hit. He found the hole between third and short, and Hoskins in his first game as a Guardian is 2 for 2.
Well, that brings up Daniel Schneemann, struck out first time up.
Swung on, and there's a liner to left center. This is hit well, ticketed for the gap. It gets down for a base hit and rolls to the wall. On his way to third is Hoskins. That's all he'll get as he's held there by Douglas Odor, the third base coach. A double for Daniel Schneemann. And now the Guardians have something cooking, trailing by a run here in the 5th. Big spot here for Arias. Second and third, nobody out.
Popped up Foul ground. Naylor waiting for this to come back down. That's as good as a strikeout. Everybody stays put. One away.
Now Arias could not come through there. And now Brian Rocchio steps in.
Ripped fair down the right field line. That should get 2 home. Hoskins scores. Here comes Schneemann. He scores 2, and Rocchio into second base with a clutch 2-run double as Cleveland takes a 3-2 lead. After Gilbert had retired 8 straight, Cleveland jumps him here in the 5th, and it's the bottom of the order that starts the rally.
Luke Raley leads things off for Seattle. Tanner Bybee working with a lead.
Raley, that is a missile. Oh, it just disappears. Luke Raley got it over the wall and has tied the game in the 5th inning.
Oh, how sweet it is for Luke Raley. Battled through injuries last year. He has just tied the game at 3-3.
And for Rivas, or really anyone who's batting in the 9th spot, that's the goal. Just try and get on base any way you can and turn it over to the top of the lineup and see if Donovan, Cal, Julio can drive you in, do some damage.
This will work inside the bag and fair. Rivas in a sprint to third. Donovan stands up at second, and the Mariners are in business.
But man, what a spot right here. We talked about Tanner Bybee putting him on the ropes a little bit, raising that heart rate.
Here's Cal with a chance to do some damage. Go ahead, runs aboard.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. He went with a fastball and strikes out Raleigh to retire the side. And this game will stay tied.
That's going to be it for Logan Gilbert. He pitched well tonight into the 6th inning. He'll get a nice ovation from a sellout crowd here at T-Mobile Park.
Well, the new pitcher for the Mariners will be left-hander Jose Ferrer making his Mariner debut.
Rhys Hoskins in his Cleveland debut has a double and 2 singles. And now the Guardians have runners at the corners with 2 down. Pinch hitter for Daniel Schneemann. This will be Angel Martinez, switch hitter batting right-handed.
Raley cutting towards the chalk, drifting into foul ground, and he makes the catch. And Jose Ferrer in his Mariners debut gets out of a jam and leaves him on the corners. Tied going to the bottom of the 6th.
Tanner Bybee was warming up. It looked like he was ready to continue. He had thrown 78 pitches, 48 for strikes, but he felt something on that final warm-up pitch. Trainer Jeff Desjardins came out with manager Stephen Vogt, and that was it for Bybee. Brian Rocchio is 2 for 3. And the go-ahead run aboard here in the 7th. Here's Chase DeLauder left on left. 1 for 3, a solo homer, his first time up. He lines this one the other way to left. That's a base hit. So another tough left on left matchup, and DeLauder shoots it to left. Advancing to second is Rocchio. Now Jose Ramirez gets to try to do 2-out damage. Swung on, drilled. Deep left field, back is a Rosarena, over his head, short hops the wall, Rocchio scores, DeLauder coming home, here's the throw to the plate, slides in safely, Jose Ramirez with a 2-out, 2-run double to left, and the Guardians take the lead, 5-3 in the 7th. Once again, Mr. Inevitable delivers.
Dom Canzone will lead off for the Mariners. Dom is homered in the game.
Canzone, deep blast. You can't forget about it. Dom Canzone strikes twice on opening night.
A solo blast for Dom, a no-doubter. 4th home run of the game for the Mariners. That's a way to celebrate opening day for Dom Canzone.
This is super important right now for Casey Legumina. Put up a 0 because, look, this bullpen from this Guardians team is their strength.
Now you got to feel like you have to end it here. Do not want to see this lineup card turned over if you are Legumina.
It hit him. So the bases are loaded, and now you have to face Stephen Kwan, another big-time clutch performer, and he gets to bat with the bases loaded.
He tied him up. A strikeout to Stephen Kwan. A huge punch out, and Legumina bend but not break. Mariners down a run beginning the bottom of the 8th inning, and who else would you rather have up in this situation than Cal Raleigh?
Now the 2-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner.
He didn't challenge it, but look at that backdoor breaking ball. It might have been a little bit off, but he didn't challenge.
Strike 3 called. Took a heater. That was not borderline. Rodriguez was guessing. He guessed wrong. 2 down in the Seattle 8th. Josh with a big bouncer on the right side. And Rocchio cleans it up.
Great inning.
Mariners go in order. Sabrowski sets down all 4 that he faces. DeLauder got a home run to start his regular season Major League career. Hit it to right in the 1st.
He drives this one deep right center. Forget about it. Chase DeLauder. What a regular season debut. A bomb to right center. And it's 6-4 Cleveland.
Mom and Dad didn't have to wait and wonder if that one was going to be caught at the fence. They were immediately out of their seats on that.
No doubter.
Smith took over the closer's role last summer. 16 saves, 2.93 ERA. Averaged 13 strikeouts per 9. Down to the last out of the Mariners. It's up to Dominic Canzone, the Cleveland kid with 2 solo homers to right center. Now the pitch swung on, ripped to short, caught on his knees by Arias. Ball game. And the Guardians have come back to win the opener over the Seattle Mariners by a final score of 6-4.